dropped on Japan tragically. See, and I was being discharged. See. In other words, the war in Europe was over, and so they didn't need all that many people anymore for the Pacific War. But I was very sad about that day, and after the war, okay. I think you've got. Well, I'll let you take over from here. What you want to, how you want to continue this for questions. But I have a thought or two to add. Go ahead.
Oh no, go keep going.
Well,
I'm going to interrupt. You just say everything you need to say.
Well, I'm getting near the half-hour mark. But anyway, let me say this.
That's fine.
Your last questions here intrigued me. On page 2 that your mother sent. Reflections. It reads, reflections. Okay, what were my reflections here on my military service and so forth? And how wartime experience affected your life. Okay, it was then how it was there out there in the Aleutian Islands where I came to grips with the reality that life has got to be more than simply earning. We weren't earning any big money, but life has got to be more than simply earning a living. In other words, by that I mean money and so forth. And it's got to be a development of meaningful relationships with people, and not one that is based on a power basis, like war is, like the military is. You know, the stronger you are in military power, the more the more effective you can be as a power person. Well, that's not successful. I came to realize by observation, as I used to see people come and go out there in the Aleutians, and so I decided then that maybe I ought to study for a profession that builds relationships in a meaning that honors God and seeks peace and fulfillment and tranquility and so forth. And so that's probably where the spark started, maybe for studying for the ministry. What I learned, if I learned anything in the Army, was that you've got to learn how to live with people. And a PowerPoint isn't going to do it, because, look, I'm a big man, I'm strong, or I've got a 45 revolver on my hip, that's not the power that can bring about a relationship of fulfillment. And so I learned in the military that you've got to learn and adapt to get along with people. And I have to say, and I will say, that we got along fairly well. I was never court-martialed for that's a sort of a joke, although I wasn't a saint either, in those days. So one of the lessons I learned then from the military service, and this is quoting your line of questions. One of the points I learned that to learn to live in harmony with a community about you, with your nation, with your family even, is to build relationships and goals that are built on a relationship with God. It's an outflow. It's an outflow from a relationship with God in Christ Jesus. See? And so I learned that only if you build a relationship first with God in Christ Jesus, then and an outflow of that, the relationship with people takes care of itself. And this is the problem with our big executives, Enron and so forth, and so on and so on. These guys that wound up in prison, they were building relationships on a power base, a self-power base, see? And that didn't work. See? And so